Hi, welcome to Rock and Metal Invasion. My name is Steve. Coming up on the show today, I'm doing 300 essential hard rock / heavy metal records from my collection. So a few days ago, I noticed that I had reached 300 subscribers, and I thought to myself, well, maybe what I should do to sort of celebrate that is do my 300 essential hard rock / heavy metal records. You know, my 300 sort of favorite records that I have in my collection. I thought that's a cool idea, but then I realized what a massive job that is. But I'm going to do it. So I have got out 300 records from my collection, and I'm going to try and do a count up from 1 through to 300. So there's a couple of things, or a few things actually about this. The records have to have been released between 1980 and the early 90s. Obviously, I've got to actually have it in my collection. And if the artist cannot have more than 3 albums on the list. Okay, so a maximum of 3 albums from one artist. No best of soundtracks or other compilations. So, yeah, I've got my records all out. Now, this is, of course, my 300. Like, I'm calling it essential, but they're only, like, essential to me. For you watching, they might be like, no way, I want that in my collection. I totally understand that. This is just the 300 that I really like. And if I had to sort of grab 300 right now and take, maybe this is the 300 I'd take. I got to be honest with you, though. This wasn't easy. There's a whole lot of great records I couldn't even make the cut. And, of course, I'm talking about that time period, 1980 through the early 90s. I've got heaps of other records post that period of time that I really love as well, and a lot on CD especially. But I'm talking about vinyl records for that time period. Now, there's not a lot of thrash because back in the day I wasn't really a big thrash fan. There's a little bit, but not a lot. But yeah, so just, didn't know about that. And yeah, I'm going to try and go through it pretty quickly because, as you can imagine, with 300, there's quite a lot to get through. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to keep count. In the past, I've struggled to do a top 10, let alone 300. So I'll do my best, but I might have to sort of cut the video and then restart it again because no doubt I'm going to lose count at some point. All right, I think that's it. So, oh yeah, now they're in no particular order, so it's not like a top 300. They're just, in no particular order other than the fact that I have actually put them in alphabetical order. So I'm going to start from the A's and finish at Z. Okay. All right. So yeah, let's get started. So first up, number 1, Lee Aaron and Metal Queen. All right, number 2, Lee Aaron, Call of the Wild, probably my favorite Lee Aaron one. And number 3, self-titled Lee Aaron. So she can only have 3, so that's her done. Actually, to be honest, I don't think I would have included any other ones. Those 3 are my 3 go-to ones for her. Number 4, Accept, Metal Heart, great album. And the follow-up, I don't think it's quite as good, but still good. Russian Roulette, so that makes the list. It's number 5. And number 6, Eat the Heat. Now, a new vocalist for this one, David Reese, but still good album, I think. A little bit more commercial, of course, but I like it. Number 6 is Accept, Eat the Heat. Number 7, up to AC/DC now. This is a bit hard just to narrow it down to 3, but here's my 3. Back in Black, number 7. Number 8, Fly on the Wall. A lot of people like that album. A lot of people don't like that album. I like it. This is also another one that was popular. Not necessarily one everyone likes, but I like it. Razor's Edge, number 9. Number 10, this might be a bit debatable whether it makes hard rock or heavy metal lists, but this is, I think, his heaviest record, and I think it's good hard rock, AOR maybe, but back in the day, I hadn't even got into hard rock or metal when I heard this album, and I thought, this is really good. And I still like playing it now. Bryan Adams, Reckless, that's number 10. Number 11, only one Aerosmith makes the list, and it's Permanent Vacation. It's number 11. Number 12, Alexa, self-titled, female-fronted hard rock. It's pretty good, produced by Paul Sabu. It's good. Number 13, Alias, self-titled, had the big hit, More Than Words Can Say, but there's so many other better songs like Haunted Heart that's really good. What else do I really like on here? So I'll say what I want to say. Yeah. some good rockers on that one. So it's at 13. 14, Asphalt Ballet, self-titled. Soul Survive, that's a good song. Yeah, and follow-up album for this one is called Pigs, but it's not on vinyl. It's not bad, but this is I think their best one. It's at 14. Aviator, 15. It's kind of a bit like Bon Jovi, I suppose. Came out 86, I think, something like that. Yeah, and didn't get much attention, but it's good. I really like it. It's at 16. No, so that was at 15. At 16, Baby Animals, self-titled, pretty good Aussie hard rock, came out in 1991. Lots of good songs. I just watched a documentary on these guys, came out on YouTube. Well, it's on YouTube, it came out a few years ago, but I just watched it recently. I think it was like their 20th anniversary or something of regrouping and getting back together. And it's a really good documentary, and this is a good album. Follow-up, not quite as good, but still good. But yeah, check it out. They were quite popular in New Zealand and Australia back in the day. Right, so what was that one? 16, I think. Yep, 17 is Babylon AD, self-titled. Jack Ponti does a lot of the songwriting on this. It's really good. Again, this is probably the best album. 17. 18, The Only Bad Company one that makes it, Holy Water. I really like the title track. Good, really good song. Yeah, so that's at 18. Number 19, Bad English. So this is like a super group. Babies and got some Journey. It's really good. It's quite a heavy, heavier than what you might think. Some good rocking songs. I know When I See You Smile is the big hit, but it's got some good heavy songs on here, like Best of What I Got, Heaven is a Four-Letter Word. A little bit like Alias, like they had the hit with the ballad, but they've got some good rock songs on it. So yeah, sort of some similar sort of thing with this. So that's at 19, and then at number 20, the follow-up album Backlash, and that was their last album they did. But yeah, really good album. Not as good as the previous one, but still good. I mean, John Wayne on vocals is such a great vocalist. Yeah, so that's number 20. Right at 21, one of my favorite bands and one of my favorite albums, Badlands. I talked about this a fair bit, so I won't get into it. Great album. 22, the follow-up album, Voodoo Highway. Not quite as good, but still good. One of my all-time favorites is David Reese again. This is Bangalore Choir and On Target. Great album, one and done. Well, they have released albums later on after this, but yeah, they didn't sort of stick around though through after this album. But yeah, did get back together again. But this is really where it's all at. This album here, David Reese, sounds fantastic. Some really great songs. Angel in Black, what a great song that is. So it's at 23. 24, Bang Tango, Psycho Cafe. Interesting one. My copy of the hype stick is actually at the back. Yeah, Someone Like You. That was a good song. I had a music video for that one. That's at 24. 25, Baton Rouge, Shake Your Soul. Jack Ponti, again, songwriting here. Kind of similar to Babylon AD as well. Similar sound. Really good. It's at 25. 26, Black and Blue in Heat, the only Black and Blue album that makes the cut. And this is produced by Gene Simmons. I like the other ones, but like I say, they didn't quite make the cut. But yes, it's good. In Heat. It's at 26. All right, 27, Black Sabbath, Heaven and Hell, Say No More. 28, Mob Rules. You got to have the Dio Black Sabbath. Sorry, but yeah, I just think it's so good. 27, 28, Black Sabbath with Tony Iommi. So that's the one I went for. I really like this album. Right, 29, Blue Murder, self-titled. Talked about this one a fair bit too recently. Same with Badlands. Sort of similar story, really, to some degree. Great album, great guitarist. His vocals are good too, actually. So 29. Follow-up album I'm going to put as number 30, Nothing But Trouble. Big wait for this one. Came out 4 years or something after 93, but and not quite as good, but still good. This is 30. 31. Blue Tears. If you like Bon Jovi, especially early Bon Jovi, check this out. This is a good album. Take This Heart. That's the song to check out. Love that one. 32. Yes, it's Michael Bolton, but he rocked on this debut album. And he rocked even more. 33 on Everybody's Crazy. Everybody's Crazy. Really good. I really like this album. So it's good AOR hard rock before you got boring. 34, Bonfire, my favorite Bonfire album. The only Bonfire album that's going to make the cut, which is a bit surprising, and I do really love this album. So Fireworks, so many great songs. 35. 36, Bonham, Disregarded Timekeeping. Love the album cover. Very Led Zeppelin-y in a way, isn't it? But yeah, good songs on that one. 36. And then we're gonna have our 3 Bon Jovis here. Bon Jovi, the first album, 37. Second album, 38. And then the big one, Slippery, at 39. And then at number 40, let's put it in the right order. Number 40, the first Britney Fox. Some good songs on here. Some songs are so-so, but yeah, I like it, and I like the Girl School and Hold On. That's the last song on the album, but that's a good one. So yeah, at number 40, self-titled album by Britney Fox. 41, the follow-up, Boys in Heat, Britney Fox. And 42, Bite Down Hard. New vocalist for this one, but still good. One of my favorite albums. It might make the cut if I was only could take 20, let alone 300. But if it was gonna, maybe this might even make the cut. I love this album so much. Bullet Boys, their first album. Self-titled. Just so many great songs on this one. Interesting enough, though, no other Bullet Boys album has made the cut, but I like this one a lot. So that one was 43. 44, Casanova, self-titled from 1991, lesser known band, but check out the song Don't Talk About Love. It's really good. 44. 45, Cats and Boots, Kicked and Clawed. That's really good as well. Her Monkey, good song. 9 Lives, Save Me, good song. 46, Child's Play. Kind of similar to Cats and Boots, actually, similar sound. Just one and done album. Rat Race is the name of the album. Some really good songs on here. So that was 46, I think. Yep. And then 47, up to Cinderella. So their classic debut album, Night Song. So many great songs on that one. They've got a bit more bluesy on the next one, but I still like it. Long Cold Winter. So that's in at 48. The next album, though, didn't make the cut because they just got too bluesy for me. I don't mind it, but it didn't make the cut. 49, Connie Hatch, Friction. There are some different. There is a different album cover for this one. So I got the more interesting album cover. Friction there at 49, and at 50, Raise Your Fist and Yell, Alice Cooper. He's working with Beau Hill. He's getting it more sort of metal really on these albums with Beau Hill, and then of course the follow-up album he continues that on, but he's working with Desmond Child. But this one is my number 50, Raise Your Fist and Yell. And talking of the Desmond Child album, the number 51, Alice Cooper, Trash. 52, works with a different producer on this one. Gets Jack Pondy coming in to help. Well, it's got Peter Collins producing, but Jack Pondy comes in to do the songwriting as opposed to Desmond Child on the previous album. So Hey Stupid, that's at 52. This is their second album. This is my number 53, Craft, Second Honeymoon. It's good. I think the next one's even better. This is, I think, their third album. No Tricks, Just Kicks, 54. 55, Coverdale Page. This is really good. I was pleasantly surprised when this came out and how good it was. Happy to have this one on vinyl too, not easy to get. So it's 55. 56, we're going to do some cult now. Love, 56. Electric, 57. And Sonic Temple, 58. Electric, probably my favorite of those three. 59, got to have some Danger, and some Naughty, and some Bang. Yes. Yeah. Number 60, Damn Yankees, self-titled. Really good album. I like it. I'm not a huge Ted Nugent fan. Who else have we got here? We've got the guys from Night Ranger and Styx, I think. Yeah, you know, but it's really good. And then also, that's number 60. 61 is the follow-up album, Don't Tread. That's good too. 61. And they did record a third album, but never got released. So I don't know. So 61. Now we're into our Danzigs here. So this is just, yeah, really easy for me. It's just the first three. So 62, 63, 64. Danzig 3. They're all great. I like them all. 65, Paul Dean. I had to put this in because I love the Sword and Stone song. He does a great version. So 65. 66. We've got 3 here from Def Leppard. 66, High and Dry. 67, sorry, Pyromania, probably my favorite. 68, Hysteria. I do like this though. Do like this. And 69, it's Holy Diver. What a classic album. Number 70, The Last in Line. Another classic. Those first two Dio albums, amazing. 71, Dream Evil. So Sacred Heart didn't quite make the cut. Could only choose 3, so I went with Dream Evil. 72, Diving for Pearls. One and done band, but this is really good. AOR, not heavy, but really good, really melodic. So it's self-titled coming in at 72. 73, got some Dokken coming up now. Under Lock and Key. 73. 74, Back for the Attack. 75, I actually went with Don Dokken's solo album. Really like this. I think it's underrated. Really, it's just like a forgotten Dokken album, really. It's really good. So, Up from the Ashes, 75. Had John Norum from Europe on there. Also Mickey D on drums. Peter Baltes from Accept. Bit of a superstar group, really. So 75, 76, Enough's Enough. It's actually my favourite, Enough's Enough. I know a lot of people prefer the follow-up, but this is my favourite. 76. Talking about Europe before, so here they come. Europe, 77, the big hit. Final countdown, but it's actually got some good songs on there, apart from the title track. 78 is my favourite Europe album, Prisoners in Paradise. Really good, so many good songs on this one. And it really just grew on me too. At first I was like, oh, it's okay, but really grew to like that one. So that's at 78. 79, Ezio Firefire. Some real kick-ass songs. Love Junkie and Nightcrawler, the first 2 songs on the album. They kick ass. And number 80, the self-titled Faster Pussycat album. Had to have that in there. Right, 81 is the follow-up Faster Pussycat album, Wake Me When It's Over. It's probably I like this one even more than the first one. Now, next one I said no soundtracks, but I'm going to count this one because it's really a Fastway album. I know it does have some older Fastway songs on it as well, but I'm going to count this as a Fastway album. Trick or Treat. So that's coming in at 82. 83, Fastway again, On Target. 84, Bad Bad Girls. I actually really like On Target and Bad Bad Girls. I know some people don't so much, prefer the other first couple, 3, whatever, but new vocalist as well. But I really like this. I think Leah Hart is underrated. He's a good songwriter, and I like the stuff he did on these albums with Fastway. So yeah, so what are we up to? That was 81, 82, 80, that's 84. Yeah, 84, 85, Fate, Cruising for Bruising. I've got quite a few Fate albums, and I chose 2. So 85 is Cruising for Bruising. 86 is another Fate album, Scratch and Sniff. It's really good too. Not such an easy one to go on vinyl, but it's worth checking out and getting. 86, Fate. 87, Femme Fatale, and this self-titled album. good stuff, especially waiting for the big one. I like that one, Falling in Our Love. Check out the music videos. It's 87. 88, it's quite a good heavy, what I call good 80s metal. But on a major label, or got reissued on Epic after, I think, being released on an independent label. Fifth Angel, their self-titled album. Yeah, what's the good songs? I mean, the song Fifth Angel is really good. Only the Strong Survive. Yeah, that's a good one too. 89, Fiona, Heart Like a Gun. I like the duet she does with Kip Winger on this one, but there's other really good good commercial hard rock songs on this one. And this one's probably even better. Number 90, Fiona Squeeze. Yeah, very slick, but it came out in 1992. But this is really melodic, catchy, and good hard rock. Yeah, but no one bought it when it came out at that time. It came out on Geffen, but yeah, worth checking out. At 91, I've got Firehouse and their album Hold Your Fire. Actually, not a massive Firehouse fan, but I do like, songs like Rocky Tonight are really good. Reach for the Sky. There's some good songs on here. So, yeah, I have to include that one, but not their previous one. So that's 91. 92, Dancing on the Edge by Lita Ford. This is good. I really like this album. Lance Quinn does the production. He worked with Bon Jovi. And I often quite like his production work, the albums he's done back in the sort of mid to early 80s or mid 80s, I guess. A lot of his stuff was done. But yeah, it's good, really good. This one's probably better though. So that was 92. Coming in number 93 is Lita. It's probably a little bit better. And this was the breakthrough sort of album for her. It was a bit of a hit. Of course, it had that song with Ozzy Osbourne, Close My Eyes. 93. 94, this might surprise people that this is the album. They're only on here for one album. And I chose Inside Information. Foreigner. No other Foreigner on it, but I really like this album. So, yep, that's coming in at number 94. Yeah, number 94. Number 95, Fortune. Might not have heard of these guys, but mid-80s, produced by Kevin Beamish, AOR, hard rock. It's pretty good stuff. For those who know about it, yeah, it's, sort of got some critical acclaim. And yeah, it's worth, it's a little bit like Diving for Pearls I talked about earlier. Similar sort of a sound. Yeah, it's worth checking out if you like that sort of sound. 95. Number 96. Gotta have some Ace Frehley or Freddie's Comet. And you gotta have the follow-up as well. 97. And you gotta have 98. Trouble Walking. All three are good. I like the work that Todd Howard did as well on the other two albums. So that's 98. 99. This is an underrated band, but I have heard people talk about this band in a very favourable way, those who know about them. This is The Front. This is really good stuff, really awesome. Yeah, they changed their name. Their name's escaping me right now. It wasn't as good, but this is really good. So 99, The Front, and also one of my favorite, big time favorites. I should really get a better copy of it though. But the cover's not the best. But I played it so much. This is Gesha is the name of the band, and Phantasmagoria. Yeah, it's probably in a way not a full album because it's only got 6 tracks. But those 6 tracks are amazing, so I'm going to count it. That's my number 100, Gesha and Phantasmagoria. All right, at 111 we've got Hardline and Double Eclipse. Neil Sean formed this band after the Bad English group fell apart. Still going now, but Neil Sean's not a member. But yeah, it's pretty good stuff. Some good songs on there. It's 111, 112, female fronted. This is Harlow. Tommy Thayer plays guitar on this one. 112. 113, Canadian band Haywire and Nuthouse. This is really good. Surprised me because I wasn't expecting it to be so great, actually. Previous albums kind of AOR, not that heavy. But this one, the more heavy metal kind of sound. Operator Central, Wild Wild, really good. So worth checking out if you like that sort of sound. So that's 113, 114, Heavy Petting, Letting Loose, their debut album. It's good stuff, but 115, Rock Ain't Dead, I think is even better, especially the first side, really good. 115, Heavy Petting, Rock Ain't Dead. 116, Hurricane, I don't know. That's how they spell it anyway. Tear the House Down, 116. Great songs. I even like the ballads on here, like Dream Girl and Too Late. They're actually quite good. But yeah, Wild, Young and Crazy, Need a Lover, good songs. 116, Hurricane, Alice. 117, Holy Soldier. So Christian hard rock metal band from the 1990. Had the look, good sound. It's been reissued, I think, on vinyl recently, but yeah, good one to have in the collection. So 117, 118, Honeymoon Suite, The Big Prize, my favorite Honeymoon Suite album. So good, the whole album I just love playing from start to finish. It's real solid. Yeah, so it's 118, 119. The follow-up album to that one, Racing After Midnight, not quite as good, but I still like it. And at 120, the debut House of Lords album. Gene Simmons executive produced on this one as well. Yeah, and it's a good solid album. Jeffria was sort of this was sort of formed from the ashes of Jeffria. So Greg Jeffria is on keyboards. Still going now. This band, of course, James Christian is the vocalist. Probably the only guy still in the band now. But yeah, great album. That's at 120. All right, 121. The next album by House of Lords, Sahara. And then 122, Demons Down, just as good. All those three House of Lords albums are really good, worth checking out. 123, Over the Edge by Hurricane. 124, Slave to the Thrill. Unfortunately, I've got the censored cover, but what a great album. Cuddy Hanson on vocals. He's now vocalist for Foreigner, but so many great songs on this album. This is, yeah, one of my essential ones, definitely. 125, another essential one, really. I've got to say, I really like this one. Icon, Night of the Crime. Really good. And the follow-up, 126, is also very good. They have a change of vocalist, but it's still very good. This is Right Between the Eyes. Alice Cooper guests on a couple of songs here. 127, Iron Maiden, Number of the Beast. So here's my three Iron Maidens. 128, Somewhere in Time. Went with that one. And 129, Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. One of my favorite Iron Maiden albums. That's such a good one, that one. And 130, but surprisingly, these guys were successful because they came out in 1992, and they're pretty much a hair metal band. But I guess one of the secrets to their success, they didn't take themselves too seriously, and they had a hit with the song called "The Lumberjack." So yeah, this is Jackal. Personally, I really like "I Stand Alone." What a great song that is! That kicks off the album. So at 130 is Jackal. 131, Jagged Edge, Fuel for Your Soul. Really good stuff. UK band, went on to kind of become the band Skin with a different vocalist, but yeah, really good. The song to check out, Out in the Cold, is a really good one. 131, 132, Jaguar, This Time. A little bit new wave of British heavy metal. This came out in 84, another UK band. Yeah, really good stuff. 132, 133, Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, Notorious. It's my favourite Joan Jett album. I noticed the previous album just got released for Record Store Day, and I sort of think, why wasn't this album released? Because this one's much harder to get, but and it's equally as good. Well, for me, it's better. Desmond Child on songwriting again, helping out with songwriting. Some really good songs. So I'm going with that one, Joan Jett, Notorious. For 133, 134, Johnny Crash. That's really good. Guns N' Roses, AC/DC kind of stuff. Yeah, really good stuff. 134. Now up to Judas Priest. So the three Judas Priests I chose, because I could have chose more, obviously, but I can't, because I can only choose three. So here's the three I chose. 135, Turbo, love that one. Reckless, what a great song. And this title track, awesome. 135. Ram It Down, 136. Yes. Heavy Metal, Come and Get It. I mean, Ram It Down. Sorry, it's a good album. I know some people disagree, but there we go. It's 136. 137. I went with Painkiller. Again, title track is awesome. But yeah, maybe their heaviest album. Really good. 137. 138. Junkyard. A bit like Guns N' Roses, LA Guns. They kind of sound a little bit alternative as well. They sound a little bit different too. Yeah. I don't love it, but I enjoy spinning it from time to time. So I'm going to put that one at 138. I do really like this one. 139 Keel. It's their best album for me. United Nations. What big vocals on the chorus on that one. And Somebody's Waiting is also really good. Really good, solid album, this one. So I'm going to put that one in at 139. The only Keel album, though, and that's tough for me because I quite like some of the other ones, but I just chose the one. And at 140, yes, they did get accused of being Led Zeppelin clone, but for me, it didn't really matter back in the day. I was like, I don't care. This sounds amazing. Kingdom Come, and this is their first album. Lenny Wolf, I think, is underrated. He's really fantastic. All the stuff he's done with Stone Fury as well prior to this, but Kingdom Come stuff is really great. So yeah, that comes in at 140. Okay, now of course I can only choose 3 Kingdom Come albums, so 141. In your face, if I could choose more, I would have. I love all their albums. And then for the third one, I actually chose, and I did say early 90s, it's just early 90s, Bad Image. 142, Kingdom Come, Bad Image. Now up to Kiss. So this is interesting. So Kiss, early 90s, 80s, Kiss, what are the 3 albums I'm going to choose? So 143 is Creatures of the Night. So many great songs on this one. So good. 144, I know a lot of people like this one. Asylum. It's really good. I know people don't like this one, but I do. 145, Crazy Nights. 145, Kiss. Right, now 146. Another band that they're going to have 3 albums. Kicks. Midnight Dynamite, 146. 147, Blow My Fuse. Great album. 148, that was a bit of a hit for them, that one. Don't Close My Eyes was a big single for them. 148, this was not a hit, Hot Wire, but it's equally as good, I think. Some really good songs on it anyway. 148. 149, gotta have some Crocus. Headhunter, this might be their best album, one of their best. Kick-ass. And 150, this might surprise some people, but I really like this album, especially the second side, Crocus Again and The Blitz. The last 3 songs, Rock the Nations, Hot Stuff, Ready to Rock, I really like those. So 150, Crocus, The Blitz. Okay, we're halfway there, and I'm just starting to realize what a massive job I've set myself here. But anyway, let's keep going. 151, Crocus. It's my favorite Crocus album, I think. Heart Attack. So many great songs on this one. I actually really like Wild Love. Yeah, really good. 151, Crocus and Heart Attack. 152, had my 3 Crocus. So now I'm going to move on to LA Guns. 152, Self-Titled. 153, Cocked and Loaded. 154, Hollywood Vampires. All 3 are great. 155, Paul Lane, Stick It in Your Ear. Really good stuff. We Are the Young. That's a good song. But yeah, Bruce Fairbairn production, kind of Bon Jovi-ish, but it's pretty good. Laos, female fronted. It's really, really good stuff. German band, I think. And yeah, lots of great songs on here. Worth checking out. 156. 157, Leatherwolf and Street Ready. I love the title track. But there's also lots of other really good songs on here. This was, for me, their best album. Great stuff. 157, Leatherwolf and Street Ready. 158, Next Diamond, Land of the Gun. I really like the song Rock Doctor on here. It's really good. 159. Next Diamond again. Town Bad Girl. Interesting album cover. But the song on here that I really like, I Am For You. That's a good one. And 160. I love this album when it came out back in the day. It was a little bit different. It had a little slightly different sound. I love those bands, those hair metal bands. And they're still putting out stuff today. But this one, when it came out in the 80s, wasn't their first album. It's their second album, but it's so good. Love and War, Lillian X. So that comes in at 160. 161, Poetic Justice, Lillian X again. And I only just got this one. It's got reissued on vinyl. 162, Schizophrenia. Pretty good. So those three albums from Lillian X, those are the three I'd go for if you were looking at getting albums from Lillian X, but definitely Love and War. But anyway, yeah, all three are great. And the first album's good as well, but I could only choose three. So, yeah, so that one is at 162. Yeah, 162. 163, Lion, Trouble in Angel City. 63, good stuff. Doug Aldridge on guitar. 164, Lionheart, Hot Tonight. It's really good. Yeah, great stuff. 165, gonna have a bit of Lizzie Borden. I like a lot of his albums, but just the one I chose, Menace to Society. It's really good stuff. Notorious, that's a good song. Yeah. Okay, so that was at 165. All right, 166. We're going into our loudness now. The trifecta from loudness. Lightning Strikes. I think Thunder in the East might have been first, but anyway. Thunder in the East and Hurricane Eyes. All three are just fantastic stuff. Okay, I think we must be up to 168. Blackout in the Red Room. Yeah, love-hate. You got to have some love-hate. I mean, these guys are so underrated. I probably will do a whole thing about love-hate at some point very soon. Blackout in the Red Room, 168. That's their debut album. So good. But then the next album, I thought the previous one was like hard to beat, but they kind of beat it, I think, on this one. This one's even better. 169, Wasted in America. Fantastic stuff. Really good. And 170, not so well-known band, but if you like your Motley Crue, hair metal kind of stuff, which I do, McQueen Street, an interesting album cover. Yeah, self-titled. It's at 170. Yeah, it's pretty good stuff. 171, Maniacs, UK band going for gold. You know, it's sort of like new wave of British heavy metal, but a little getting it because this is mid 80s. You're getting a little bit more hair metal, but I like it. The title track is good. Rock is the Word. Ride the Storm. That's a really good song. Yeah, 171. 172. The only Malmsteen album that's making the cut. Odyssey. Heaven Tonight. That's such a good song. Jalen Turner on vocals. Yes, good stuff. 173. Man of War. I really like battle hymns. I especially like Death Tone. What a great song. So yeah, 173 Man of War and battle hymns. 174 Benny Mardonis. Talked about him a little bit on my channel. I just love the song Into the Night. I know it's a hit song and everything is well known. Such a good song, but also We've Got to Run is also a very good song. Close to the Flame. There's some good songs on this one. So yeah, I have to put that one on my list. So that's at 174. 175. Masters of Reality, their debut album. This is just a real great, solid album. Rick Rubin production. He was doing some great stuff around this time on the Deaf American label. But this is really, really, really good. And check out their other albums as well that came out after this. They're also very good. 175. 176. My favorite Megadeth album, Rust in Peace. Good stuff, of course. 177, Meridian and Lost in the Wind. Slightly obscure one, this one, but if you like your 80s hard rock, hair metal, you should check this out. Ready to Rock's a good one. Living Under the Gun. Some good songs here. So, yeah, that's 177. 178. It's Metallica, the Black Album. I like it. And then finishing off with, in the 170s, up to 180, Gary Moore. So 179, Gary Moore, Victims of the Future. I think, his guitar playing on this album is really amazing, really good stuff. And also 180, Run for Cover, also on this album. Sounds fantastic. Really sort of shreds a little bit. Yeah, really good stuff. 180, Gary Moore and Run for Cover. All right, 181, I've got Motley Crue. So yeah, I'm going to choose 3 Motley Crues. What are they going to be? 182, Shout at the Devil. And 183, Theatre of Pain. So basically the first 3 Motley Crues. Just one Motorhead, but it's a good one. Ace of Spades, that comes in at 184. 185, Mr. Big. And Mr. Big just got reissued recently for Record Store Day. 186, Lean Into It. Also a good album. 187, MSG, Ready to Rock, Attack of the Maniacs, man, fantastic stuff. Actually, interesting, on each of these albums I've chosen, he's got a different vocalist. Graham Bonnet comes in for this one. Desert Song, that's a good one, but yeah, good songs on this one. And then Rob McCauley comes in on vocals for this one. So this is 189. And Perfect Timing is the album here. Give Me Your Love, Love Is Not a Game, great stuff. And at 190, had to include this one. It's kind of like a Motley Crue album, but it's not Motley Crue. It's Vince Neil, his solo album. And it's called, Exposed. It's 190. At 191, Nitro, OFR. I mean, I had to include this one. It's a bit over the top, of course. But, I mean, it's the guys on the back. Had to have that one. It's 191, Nitro OFR. 192, John Norum and Total Control. This is the album he put out after he left Europe. That's good stuff. Another solo act, guitarist, 193, Aldo Nova, his first album. Good stuff. Fantasy, that's a good song. 193 for that one. 194. This is like a head trick here of solo guitar players. Ted Nugent. If you can't lick him, lick him. Probably maybe a surprise choice for my because I'm only choosing one Ted Nugent, but I'm choosing this one. Some great riffs on this one. Pretty good. That's the Story of Love, co-written with John Bon Jovi and Richard Sambora. It's a pretty good song, actually. But yeah, there's other good ones as well. So yeah, 194. It's Ted Nugent, Can't Lick Him, Lick Him. 195, Paul Sabu formed this band called Only Child. Really good stuff. And it's got the song Screaming Till You Like It. So he originally wrote that song before Wasp did it. But yeah, 195, Only Child. Right, now we're coming to our Aussie albums, so I could only choose 3. 196 is Blizzard of Oz. 197 is The Ultimate Sin. And 198 is No Rest for the Wicked. So I've chosen 3 different guitarists there. So we've got the Zach, we've got the Jake E. Lee, and we've got the Randy Rhoads. So that wasn't intentional, just the way it worked out. That's the 3 albums I wanted to take. So yeah, all good stuff. 199, Pantera, Vulgar Display of Power. This was quite a bit of a game changer when this came out. And you got to include number 200, Far Beyond Driven. Pantera, number 200, Far Beyond Driven. Okay, 2/3 of the way there, 1/3 to go. At number 201, Phantom Blue, or female band. Really good stuff. Yeah, lots of good songs on here, but I like Waikolo Love, which is a single they released, and there's a music video for that one worth checking out. 202, Axel Rudy Powell, big fan of him. So Wild Obsession, be one of his better ones, I think. Check out the song Slave of Love, that's really good. He's had some different vocalists on here. He's got Charlie Hunnam on vocals for this one. He's also worked with Jeff Scott Soto as well. Some good stuff there, but I only have those on CDs. I'm actually on records. Yeah, good one. So it's the 201. Not a massive Poison fan, but I do quite like this album. Maybe their most successful album. Open Up and Say Yeah, 202. I like the singles actually. You know, like Nothing But a Good Time and Fallen Angel. Pretty good. Oh, but actually my favourite's probably Look But Can't Touch. Yeah, good song. 202, 203, had to include this. It's a bit of a classic for hair metal, just with the over-the-top image and everything. I really like the album cover. So yeah, Pretty Boy Floyd. It's pretty good songs. They're the Boys with Electric Toys. It comes in at number 203. 204. Now this is not really a full album, but it's an album I really like. I think it's underrated. It's Lisa Price and Priceless. It's AOR, hard rock, mid-80s, bit obscure, Canadian artist, but you're worth checking out. She's got a great voice, and I enjoy listening to it. I wanted to take that one, and I think it qualifies. So that comes in at 205. 206, New Zealand hard rock band here. This is a band called Push Push. They were really big here in New Zealand in the sort of early 90s. This is A Trillion Shades of Happy. Yeah, worth checking out. They had a big hit here with the song Trippin'. But also there's, check out the song 27. That's really good. So that's 206. Yep, 207. We're up to Queensryche. Here's our 3 Queensryche albums, because I could have chosen more, but I'm only allowed 3, so I went with this one, of course. 207, Operation Mindcrime. 208, Empire. 209, I went with Promised Land, which actually is not easy to know that that's the title of the album, but you can read it on the spine. But yeah, 209, I Am I, what a great song that is. And 210, had to go with Quiet Riot's Metal Health. That was, of course, such a successful album for them, bit of a classic. Really, really got the hair metal scene, the LA band scene happening when this one came out, 84, I think it was, maybe even 83. But yeah, I like this album. It's really good. Of course, it was a hit as well, and it's the only Quiet Riot album that made the top 300. But yep, at 210, Quiet Riot and Metal Health. At 211, I love this album from start to finish. One of those albums I could put on and just enjoy it the whole way through. Raging Slab, and this is their debut album. Really good stuff. They've had other albums as well, but none are as good as this. This is really good. 211, 212, Railway 2. So it's their second album. It's really good. They're my favorite from them. I think a German band. Just good sort of. It's a bit hair metal, but good stuff. 212, Railway and Railway 2. 213, we're up to Rat now. So I'm just going to go with Out of the Cellar. 213, 214, Invasion of Your Privacy. Love that album. 215, Dancing Undercover. So they're basically 3 Rat albums there. 215, Rat, Dancing Undercover. 216, I'm going to go with a band called Rhino Bucket. Self-titled, AC/DC inspired band. Really good stuff. 217, English UK band. This is their second album, but so many great riffs on this album. Really fantastic. 217 is Rio and Sex Crimes. 218, Riot and Thundersteel. This is the 30th anniversary edition. But oh yeah, what a great album. Fly the Warrior, Fatal 4, Blood Streets. Yeah, lots of good songs on this one. This is 218. 219, Right Again. This is the follow-up, The Privilege of Power. Perhaps not quite as good, but still really good. Similar to the previous album. Yeah, again, they're on a major label. Yeah, that's good stuff. They never went hair metal. They was pretty much a heavy metal band, but there were some commercial elements to them, definitely. And at 220, Vivian Campbell and River Dogs. Of course, he's the guitar player. Rob Lamotte. I'm not sure if I'm saying his name correctly, but he's the vocalist. But this is such a great album. Really good stuff. And again, they've done other albums as well, but not as good. None of them as good as this first one, I don't think. So, yeah, 220, River Dogs, their debut album. 221, Kane Roberts, Saints and Sinners. I've talked about this album before, about how much I like it. Desmond Child, of course, I think he had a hand in the writing of all the songs on this album. It's really good stuff. 221, Kane Roberts there. That's the second album. Yeah, second album, Saints and Sinners. 222, Roxanne. Really good band. They have put out other albums, but this first one is my favorite from them. Really good stuff. 222. 223, I've got Rocks Gang and Things You've Never Done Before. No Easy Way Out. That's such a good song. Red Rose I like as well. Yeah, good stuff. So that's a 223. 224, one of my favorite female-fronted bands, Soraya, the debut album, and at 225, the follow-up album. Not quite as good, but still good, The Bluebird Sings. At 226, Sergeant Fury, lesser known band, but really good stuff. If you can find it, it's great. And 227, Little Fish, Sergeant Fury again, really good stuff. Good hard rock, melodic metal. 228, got to have some Sabotage. This is such a classic album. Got a Ballet, this is the reissue. Really such a nice package, this one. 228, and then 229, this is the previous album to that one, Fall of the Mountain King, Sabotage again. And at 230, Saxon and Strong Arm of the Law. Great stuff. I love Dallas 1 p.m. What a great song. 231, Saxon, Innocence is No Excuse. One of my favorite Saxon albums. I really love this album. 232, surprisingly the only Scorpions album. It's possibly being a bit rough on the Scorpions here, but there we go. And it's probably not the one people would think. Savage Amusement. So I really love this album. Every Minute, Every Day, I think is a great song. Rhythm of Love and Passion Rules the Game. Yeah, it's just, for me, it's just fantastic album. So that's a 232. 233, Sea Hags, self-titled, one and done band, but really good stuff. That sort of LA sleazy, sort of hard rock, Guns N' Rosey kind of sound, I suppose, the LA Guns sort of sound. And they did it really well. So, yeah, that's at 233. 234, going with Shadow King. So, a big fan of Luke Graham and the solo work he did. This is kind of a bit like that. He's got Vivian Campbell coming in on guitar. Yeah, really good stuff. Again, one and done, though. But it's great. 234. 235, Shotgun Messiah, their debut album. It's good. And then they have a change of vocalist. Well, basically, Tim Skold becomes the vocalist. And I think they get even better. That's the second coming. 236, great stuff. Heartbreak Boulevard. Yeah, that's the song. Check out. 237, Shout in Your Face. There's some really good songs. Ken Tamplin, he's quite a well-known sort of vocalist coach. He's got great vocals. I'm not surprised he's telling people, coaching people on vocal, how to be a great vocalist now on his YouTube channel. But this is my favorite Shout album. Really good. 237, In Your Face. 238, Shy, UK band, Excess or Areas. I've done a few albums, but this is the one I'm going to choose. I only chose one show album, but yeah, Accessible Areas is good stuff. Don Dokken, I think, helped out with some of the, maybe a song or production. I think he just did some songwriting with them, but yeah, 238 Shy, Accessible Areas. 239 Signal, Loud and Clear. It's good sort of AOR hard rock, and it's not that heavy. Of course, Mark Free goes on to become Marcy Free. Mark Free from King Cobra. Yeah, so 239. Yeah, Arms of a Stranger, that's a good one, worth checking out. Not an easy one to find on vinyl either. So, but yeah, really good stuff. Could do with a reissue, that one. And at 240, I'm going to go with just one Skid Row, but I'm going to choose the debut. Yeah, for me, Big Guns. I actually like Can't Stand the Heartache, Youth Gotten Wild, and Midnight Tornado. The song that ends the album is a good one as well. So 240, Skid Row, their debut album. 241, we've got Sleaze Bees and Screwed, Blued, and Tattooed. So yeah, lyrically it's pretty much your standard sort of hair metal kind of stuff, but some good songs on here. Rock in the Western World, Stranger Than Paradise. Yeah, worth checking out. And they did a follow-up album as well, but it's not on vinyl. 242 is Slaughter, their debut album. I like Mad About You. That's a good song. Of course, Up All Night was a hit for them. But I actually think, so that's at 242. 243, I think their follow-up album is even better. But this was not so successful. Of course, it came out in 92. Grunge is starting to take full effect. But yeah, some good songs on here. So yeah, Sort of the Wildlife at 243. The title track's really good as well. I like that song. 244, I'm going to go with Slayer and Rain and Blood. Yeah, I just love blasting this from time to time. It's like non-stop, sort of never lets up for like, it's not very long, like 28 minutes or something like that, but yeah, great stuff. And 245, Slayer again, Seasons in the Abyss. Some killer riffs on this one. Spirit in Black, that's a great song. 246, Stage Dolls. It's probably the most successful album. I mean, it wasn't huge, but Still in Love, Love Cries, there's some good songs. So yeah, worth checking out at 246. 247, Steelheart. This is their debut album. I love the way this album starts off on side one. Love Ain't Easy, that's great. Can't Stop Me Loving You as well, great song. So yeah, lots of great songs on that one. Good album. It's probably their best album. At 248, I had to include this one, Steve Stevens' Atomic Playboys, because I actually really like the title track. Atomic Playboys is really good. Also, Desperate Hearts, actually quite a good little ballad. So yeah, Steve Stevens, I like his guitar playing. So yeah, adding that one. 249, The Storm, says here, featuring ex-members of Journey and Santana. You Keep Me Waiting, and I've got a lot to learn about love. The two opening songs, they are killer hard rock. So yeah, worth checking out. Bow Hill production. Yeah, it's really good, but not easy to find. But yeah, on vinyl anyway. But it's really good. 249 and 250. My favorite Tangier album. Not that there's that many. Four Winds. Yeah, really good stuff. Ripcord. I think I mentioned that song before on my channel. Love that song. So yeah, at number 250. Tangier and Four Winds. At 251, I've got the debut album from Tesla, Mechanical Resonance. Such a great album. I mean, you wouldn't expect them to maybe ever produce an album better than this, because this is so good. Modern Day Cowboy, what a great song. But they do actually. For me, the next album is even better. So this is at 252. Great radio controversy. This whole thing from start to finish is fantastic. So had to take that one. That's at 252. 253, not as good, a bit disappointing for me this album after the first two albums, but I still quite like it. Tesla again. Psychotic Supper. It's at 253. Thunderhead, this is good kick-ass hard rock metal. German band, I've got an American vocalist. Songs I really like on here are You Don't Keep Me Satisfied and The Fire's Burning. They're really good stuff. Yeah, Behind the Eight Ball, so that's at 254. 255, Tiger Tails, Young and Crazy. It's my favorite Tiger Tales album. Yeah, really good stuff. 255. 256, my favorite TKO album, and it's Below the Belt. Yeah, Brad Simsel on vocals. He's done a bit of. He's going to feature again actually on a band coming up very soon. Yeah, TKO, Below the Belt, good stuff. It's 256. 257, Knights of the New Thunder by TNT. Such a kick-ass album, this one. Yeah, so many great songs. So, yeah, it's a no-brainer for me. 258, not quite as good, but pretty good. Still pretty good, especially, Everyone's a Star, like that one, and Desperate Night. That's really good. So that's at 258. And 259, Tora Tora, Surprise Attack. Yeah, some good solid songs on here. Guilty and Phantom Rider would be the two songs that I like to play on this album. But yeah, really good. And at 260, this only just qualifies. I think it's 1980 it came out. Touch. And yeah, the song to check out is You Don't Know What Love Is. Oh, Don't You Know What Love Is? It's such a good song. Don't You Know What Love Is? But some other good songs. Mark Mangold, I think, is the sort of driving force behind this band. But yeah, really good stuff. It's at 260. Touch. All right, at 261, I've got Treat. I think this is their debut album, Scratch and Bite. Yeah, really good stuff. Hiding, Too Wild, they're good songs to check out. 262, Trickster and Here. So I didn't actually like their first album so much, but I really like this one. They get a bit heavier on this one. Blood Rock is really good. Rocking Horse, yeah, some good songs on there. So yeah, 262, Trickster and Here, but it wasn't a successful album. Not easy to get on vinyl either. All right, right. 263, Trouble, self-titled, sort of doom metal, I suppose, but yeah, really good stuff. Again, another good Deaf American release, Rick Rubin production. Yeah, good stuff. So that comes in at 263. 264, Trouble Tribe. Kind of, similar to Slaughter, that sort of sound. Yeah, really good stuff. Tattoo, that's a good song. Here Comes Trouble, also very good. Came out on Chrysalis label, 1990, I think it was. Yeah, didn't really do much, but it could have. It's a good album. So, yeah, that's coming in at 264. 265, my favorite Twisted Sister album, believe it or not. Love Is for Suckers. It's more of a Dee Snider solo album, really, isn't it? From what I've heard. Bo Hill production, though, so it sounds great. Some really good songs on here, I think. Wake Up the Sleeping Giant. That's a killer song. So, yeah, that's going in at 265. 266, The Kiddo and Don't Come Easy. Really good song. Again, just probably came out at the wrong time, 1991, but, Forever Young, what a great song that is. So, yeah, that's 266. 267, Ugly Kid Joe and America's Least Wanted. This was actually a bit of a surprise hit, for 1991, 92 sort of release. But they had a hit with Everything About You. It was a bit of a hit, but also a good song there with Neighbour and Busy Bee and Cats in the Cradle, of course. That was another little hit for them. So, yeah, 267, Ugly Kid Joe, America's Least Wanted. 268, I'm going for Valentine. So this is just self-titled. Really good, melodic, hard rock. What's the songs to check out here? We Run, that's a really good song. Running on Luck Again, also very good. But, I guess the time it came out, this sort of sound was getting less popular. But, yeah, really good stuff. 268. 269, Vain, No Respect. This is really good album. It's a bit of a surprise it wasn't more of a hit, really. But songs to check out for me on this one are 1,000 Degrees, I like that, and Beat the Bullet. I think that was a single. Oh, Secrets actually might have been a single as well. That's a good song too. 269 and 270, Vamp, The Rich Don't Rock. yeah, lyrically it's not the best, but Love Games and Renegade, those are the two songs I really go for on this album. Yeah, it's pretty good. So as you know, I like the hair metal, and this is pretty much classic hair metal from the 80s. This is actually 89 on Atlantic. So 270 Vamp, The Rich Don't Rock. Right, at 271, we're going to do our 3 Van Halen choices. Hard to pin it down to just 3, but I went with Fair Warning, 5150 at 272, and For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge, yeah, at 273. 274, got to have some Vinnie Vincent in there, of course. Oh my gosh. Vinnie Vincent Invasion, 274. 275, Vinnie Vincent Invasion again, All Systems Go. Not quite as good for me as the first album, but still really good stuff. 276, War Babies. Now, I said that Brad Sinsel was going to feature again, so yeah, he's the vocalist on this album. Yeah, really good stuff. Paul Stanley also co-wrote a song on one of the songs there. Might be Hang Me Up, I think. But the song I really like is Cry Yourself to Sleep. That's really good. Cool. All right. Yep. So we're up to 277. Warlock, Hellbound. Just been talking about Warlock on my channel. I've talked about my feelings about this album. Yeah, really good stuff. Doro, of course, fantastic. Yeah, 277. 278, True Steel. Going to talk about these albums very soon on my channel. And Warlock, Triumph and Agony. 279, great stuff. All We Are, what a great song. And then 280, Warrant and Cherry Pie. Not a big fan of the first album, but this one, I think, not so much the title track, but I think the songwriting did get better. Uncle Tom's Cabin, really good stuff, really good song, that one. I think initially the album was going to be called that, and that was going to be the lead single, and the record company said, go off and write us a hit, and there we go, they did it. But yeah, anyway, 280, Warrant, Cherry Pie. All right, at 281, it's Warrant again and Dog Eat Dog. So again, songwriting is getting a lot better than from the first album. Of course, lyrically less hair metal, and it's some good songs on there. So 281, Warrant, Dog Eat Dog. Now 282, we're into our Wasp. So it's hard for me to pin it down in just 3. So I just went with these ones. 282 is The Last Command. 283, The Headless Children. And 284, The Crimson Idol. Well, actually quite different sounding albums to some degree, but I mean, this is where I think this is maybe one of the better ones. But again, nothing wrong with the other two as well. So they're all great stuff. So it's not kind of nice to have a bit of a mixed sort of Wasp selection there. So that's so that's 284. 285, White Line, not the debut. Some people might think this is the debut. This is the second album. But this is my favourite White Line album, Pride. Hungry, that's such a good song. Opens up the album. 285. White Line. So now I'm going to have my White Snake. I'm going to go 286, slide it in. 287, the 1987 album, of course. So many great songs on that album. And it's not as good, but it's going to make my 300 slip of the tongue. The follow-up to the 1987 album. So that comes in at 288. 289, some good 80s metal. These guys put out 2 or 3 albums, I think, but this is the one for me. Reign of Terror, really good stuff. 289. And at 290, a band called Wild Horses and Bareback. This features James Kotak from Kingdom Come. He's a member of this band. And the vocalist was in a band called Shout at one point as well. But yeah, some really good. If you like Whitesnake, that sort of stuff. It is a bit hair metal too, but really good stuff. Wild Horses. That's at 290. All right, at 291, almost there, we've got Wildside and Under the Influence. Now, this came out in 1992, so it's a bit too late in the game for them, but for those people who have heard this or know about it, it is regarded as a bit of a classic. Songs like Hang On Lucy, Clock Strikes, it's a good one. Even their slower songs, How Many Lies and Just Another Night, they're really good. So, yeah, worth checking out. That's 291. 292, Winger, their first album. That's good. But even better, I think, 293 is the album Pull by Winger. Again, too late in the game for them when this came out. It didn't get much attention, but it's such a quality album. 294, female-fronted hard rock. This is a band called Witness. It's really good. So that's at 294. 295. This is a bit of an interesting one. This is a band called World War III or WW3. Yeah, it came out on Hollywood Records and got Mandy Lyon on vocals, Tracy G on guitar, Vinny Appice on drums, Jimmy Bain on bass. So half the Dio band basically here. Yeah, it's really good, but just one and done sort of band, really good. Yeah, so that's 295. 296, the debut XYZ album. So this is so good. I love this album. Almost as good is the next one from XYZ, Hungry, 297. Really good stuff. 298, surprisingly, I'm only choosing one Y&T album, and it might even be surprising the one I'm choosing, but I really love this album, Contagious, 298. So good, that one. I love that one. 299, I've got to go with a bit of Zodiac Mind Warp, but I'm actually going to go with their second album, Hoodlum Thunder. Elvis Died For You, that's a good song. Yeah, 299. And finally, I've made it. I've got to 300. I'm going to go with ZZ Top and Afterburner. I loved hearing that when it came out back in the day, and yeah, really good stuff. So there we go, A to Z, my top 300 hard rock, heavy metal records that from my collection. Took me a while. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you found it interesting. Thanks again for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you think about my top 300. Like I said, it's just the top 300 I've come up with for today. Might be different tomorrow or another day. But that's just what I came up with from the records I have in my collection. All right, I'll catch you later. See ya.